I've learned a powerful secret about positive thinking that I wish I knew years ago. The biggest breakthroughs come from quiet, consistent practice. When you cultivate positivity in silence, negativity has nothing to latch onto. Never assume that loud affirmations are more effective than silent mindset shifts. It's the calm, focused energy that truly transforms your life, not empty words. So be more intentional with your thoughts. Only voice your positivity when it's deeply rooted within. I've seen countless entrepreneurs fail because they talked about success more than they worked on their mindset. But those who quietly rewired their thinking, they built empires. Remember, it's not about shouting your goals from the rooftops. It's about silently reprogramming your mind for success, one thought at a time. That's how you generate true positive energy and change your life. I wish I knew this when I was starting my entrepreneurial journey. The biggest breakthroughs come from shifting your mindset. When you cultivate positive thinking in silence, people don't know how to bring you down. Never assume that negativity is strength and positivity is weakness. It is the entrepreneur's quiet confidence that signals success, not their boastful claims. Let me take you back to the early days of my startup. I was drowning in a sea of self-doubt and negative self-talk. Every setback felt like a personal failure, and every obstacle seemed insurmountable. I was my own worst enemy, constantly second-guessing my decisions and abilities. But then, I stumbled upon a powerful truth that changed everything. Positive thinking isn't just some feel-good nonsense. It has a strategic advantage in the cutthroat world of business. I realized that my negative mindset was holding me back from reaching my full potential and seizing opportunities. So, I made a conscious decision to rewire my brain for success. I developed a set of practices that allowed me to shift towards more positive thinking and energy. And let me tell you, the results were nothing short of transformative. First and foremost, I implemented a daily gratitude practice. Every morning, before checking my emails or diving into work, I'd take 5 minutes to write down 3 things I was grateful for. It could be something as simple as a good cup of coffee or as significant as landing a major client. This simple act set the tone for the entire day, priming my mind to focus on the positive aspects of my life and business. But here's the kicker. I didn't just focus on the present. I started practicing future-focused gratitude. I visualize my goals as if they had already been achieved and express gratitude for them in advance. This not only boosted my mood, but also aligned my actions with my desired outcomes. Next, I tackled the insidious problem of negative self-talk. I became acutely aware of the running commentary in my head, catching myself whenever I slipped into self-criticism or catastrophizing. Instead of letting these thoughts run wild, I challenged them with evidence to the contrary. For every "I can't do this," I'd counter with 3 reasons why I absolutely could. But here's where it gets interesting. I didn't just replace negative thoughts with positive ones. I reframed them entirely. When faced with a daunting challenge, instead of thinking, "This is impossible," I'd ask myself, "How can I make this possible?" This subtle shift in perspective opened up a world of creative solutions and opportunities I might have otherwise missed. Another game-changing practice was surrounding myself with positivity. I curated my environment meticulously, from the people I interacted with to the content I consumed. I sought out mentors and peers who radiated optimism and success, cutting ties with toxic influences that drained my energy. I also became intentional about my media diet. Instead of starting my day with anxiety-inducing news, I'd listen to motivational podcasts or read inspiring biographies of successful entrepreneurs. This constant influx of positive input gradually reshaped my worldview and expectations. But perhaps the most powerful tool in my arsenal was the practice of visualization. Every evening, I'd spend 10 minutes vividly imagining my ideal future. I'd engage all my senses, feeling the emotions of success, seeing the tangible results of my hard work, and hearing the congratulations of my peers. This wasn't just daydreaming, it was mental rehearsal for success. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, but what about when things actually go wrong? And you're right to ask. Positive thinking isn't about ignoring problems or living in denial. It's about approaching challenges with a growth mindset and resilience. When setbacks occurred, and believe me, they did, I developed a 3-step process. First, I'd acknowledge the reality of the situation without judgment. Then, I'd identify any lessons or opportunities hidden within the challenge. Finally, I'd focus on actionable steps to move forward rather than dwelling on what went wrong. This approach allowed me to bounce back from failures faster and with more determination than ever before. I started to view obstacles as opportunities for growth rather than roadblocks to success. But here's the real secret. I didn't just practice these techniques in isolation. I integrated them into every aspect of my business strategy. From team meetings to product development, I infused every decision with a sense of optimism and possibility. The results were astounding. Not only did my personal well-being improve dramatically, but my business began to thrive in ways I never thought possible. Team morale skyrocketed, creativity flourished, and we started attracting opportunities that seemed out of reach before. Looking back, I realized that this shift towards positive thinking was the catalyst for our exponential growth. It wasn't just about feeling good. It was about creating a mindset that allowed us to see and seize opportunities that others missed. So, let me leave you with this. The power to transform your life and business lies within your own mind. By consciously cultivating positive thinking and energy, you're not just improving your mood, you're laying the foundation for extraordinary success. Remember, it's not about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about approaching life with a sense of possibility, resilience, and unwavering belief in your ability to overcome any obstacle. Start small. Choose one practice, whether it's gratitude, visualization, or reframing negative thoughts, and commit to it for 30 days. Watch how it begins to shift your perspective and, in turn, your results. In the end, your thoughts become your reality. By harnessing the power of positive thinking, you're not just changing your mindset, you're changing your entire trajectory. So be more intentional with your thoughts. Only entertain those that empower you to reach new heights.